Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Acts Ministry, Acts Media Group, and/or its affiliate and supported ministries and/or nonprofits. Some of this content may be adult in nature, so please use discretion while watching with the kids. All right. Good morning. Coming to you live from Acts Media Group headquarters here in beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's The Morning Drive with Matt and Jay with your hosts, Matt and Jay, all the way today. Talking about what are the signs of aging. This is going to be good.
You got an article.
Well, not an article per se, but a joke, an illustrated laughing square. Or a meme, I guess you could say. And you can look these up, and a lot of them are relevant to a lot of people. Even, this is also, I guess, a sign that you're an old soul. I guess if you're young and this all happens to you, then you're an old soul. I never really understood that. But, and for you ladies, signs that you are advanced in years, not old. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
We're glad to have everybody on board with us today. All you elderly folks.
I'm going to like and
younger
these
folks.
Videos.
Yes, that's the first thing you should do. Because we are holding that's the first thing you should do. Competitions. Oh, was that you or me?
That was me.
Competition, and whoever shares the most by the end of the week will get $100. That's going to be going on throughout the summer every week. It's our share campaign. Let me pull this up and let me share it because Sharon is Karen. That's what I say. What are the signs of aging? And I think that's more, what would you say your signs of aging are? What would you say that lets you know every day that you're getting older? I would say that now that I'm in my 40s, I'm about to be 41 next month. I see life in a different way and the actual shortness that it is. Like our time here on earth is just a
blip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like and you're done. You know, that was just a funny sound.
Yes.
So, and it's like, I don't know. It's almost like I've thought, you know, like I've done it before. Like, oh, now I know what's going to happen. It's, you know.
One of my signs is a sense of urgency.
Urgency.
And, closure, like a closing, you know, preparing for a closing of a, you know, the end of my life.
Yeah. And that's probably one of the signs there.
Well, there's legacy, you know, what you're going to leave behind for others to carry on with.
Dwayne Long, one of the new hosts of our up and coming It's Your Call, a sports show that's going to be on Tuesday mornings starting 2 weeks from now from 10 to 11. It's going to be a lot of fun. Him and my brain just left me. Anyways, I'll think of his name here in a second. I'm horrible. Morning, Steve-O, Mickey Mac McAllister. Says, hello, when you need more body parts quicker than normal.
Yeah.
Good morning, Larry Milton. We're excited to see what you have to say on the subject. So life is short. It really is. It's very short. And these top 10, this is just one of the many that there are. Number 1, you're losing hair on your head and starting to sprout it almost everywhere else, especially your nose and ears. This is even greater sign if you're female. You know.
That doesn't happen.
No. That's I can't, you know. John Penny is the co-host. Thank you. It's going to be fun. These guys are goofballs, and they're all about that sports. And it was John Penny was the boxer, right? He's in the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame.
Yes.
So that's exciting. Could you imagine having that before your name? Hall of Famer, John Penny. Sports Hall of Famer, John Penny.
Right.
So Jay.
Yeah.
What are signs that you would say are letting you know?
Like I said,
urgency.
An urgency of the legacy that you're going to leave behind for people to carry on with. Hopefully, yeah. And then an urgency about health, as we live longer these days.
Yeah.
And the end of life, our health and our ability to care for ourselves diminishes while life still lingers, and so that takes that's a massive expense that can eat into whatever legacy you leave behind,
Yeah.
and so those two kind of go together, but not really.
Jana Hale says gray.
There is some gray.
Grays will definitely do it. Good morning, Steve Schultz. We're going to have him weigh in on the subject. He's retired. He's an elderly gentleman. Steve Schultz. Definite. I can never spell definitely.
Definitely.
Definite. How do you? I'm all scatterbrained today. And that happens to the best of us. Definite. Ately. Is that? There we go. Do it. All right. So be sure you like and share these, folks, by the way.
Did you get that? The right spelling?
Yes, I did it. I got it. I'm not just liking this. I'm loving this. And we're not, we share a lot anyway. So we're not going to, I don't think we don't get
I don't think we're eligible.
we are not eligible, but that's okay. That's all right. We will benefit. I'm sharing this to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay and all kinds of stuff. Did you know we have a Morning Drive with Matt and Jay page?
Babar Ali. Done from Pakistan.
Badar Ali, welcome to the program. Definitely. Oh yeah, Johnny Rooster helped me out there. Good.
Yeah. I think aches and pains.
Definitely. That's actually one of the things that I've got a list of right here.
Certain kinds of foods are starting to affect me differently too. Be a little bit more harsh to me.
Yeah.
And have like indigestion, heartburn.
Yeah.
Gurglings and rumblings.
Did I pronounce that right, Bedar? Did I pronounce your name right? I don't want to be mispronouncing anything. Number 2, you keep finding yourself saying, it wasn't like that back in my day. There's no letter A in the word definitely. So I did misspell it still. Did I? Oh, well, you get the gist.
Yeah, you're just in it.
So number 3, you feel stiff. You were just talking about this. You feel stiff when you get up every morning, and you're not able to stretch without groaning. That's definitely, Barney definitely stretches while groaning in the mornings.
And yawning really loud.
You hear that?
Yeah.
And he's probably always done that. It's just
his way of announcing, I'm up, I'm awake.
Yep.
I need attention.
Bad knees, bad eyes, can't hear. It's easier to say what don't work. That's what Steve says.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a shorter list.
Behram Khan, how do you say it? Behram Khan, welcome to the party. Welcome to the show. Like, share, support, he says. Good. So, number 4. You start thinking policemen, teachers, and doctors are a lot younger these days than they used to be. I don't think I'm at that point just yet.
I am.
Are you?
Yeah, a lot of them.
I know. I've been arrested by a couple of older gentlemen.
Yeah.
One guy was on his way out, like he was getting ready to retire.
Yeah. It's like,
and then I got arrested by the chief of police of Walnut Grove, who called the chief of police from Ash Grove to take me in. And the chief of police of Ash Grove was really cool. He's like, better get you, I smoked back then. He's like, you better get you another cigarette before you get in there into jail. Let me smoke in the cruiser on the way to jail. And I'm like, I'm out of cigarettes. He's like, well, here, take one of mine.
Yeah.
So nice guy. I mean, if you're going to be arrested, it's better to, it's better to be polite and cooperative as you can. Without being rude in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So, so we're reaching out to Pakistan. It looks like awesome.
Physical performance. Let's say diminished physical performance, like not able to do the things that you used to be able to do so easily.
Right. Right. You complain about the rubbish that's on TV these days and how much better TV was back in the old days, even though most of the rubbish that's on these days are repeats of the rubbish that were on in your old days.
Yeah, or remakes.
Or remakes. Boy, that does happen. That does happen. It's like, man, I remember it being so much better. Then you watch something from back in the day. It's like, oh.
And we'll be right back.
Enter the talent contest at Axe Fest. $10 entry, $50 to winner. Axe Media Group.
Your sandwich was so limited.
Your sandwich had a lot of butt.
I love that.
We're back.
I love it. I love that. Your sandwich was so limited. Well, your sandwich had a lot of butt. That's so funny. Did you say butt or bun?
But
Even better. I guess it works either way. Now, that sandwich competition's it's going to be hitting next month, the middle of next month. It's going to be an epic showdown.
now, in my defense, he said that it had like roast or butt roast or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, that was left out to incriminate me.
Oh, gotcha. But your sandwich
I
wasn't
believe
limited.
I've been misrepresented.
But your sandwich was not limited. It had so much stuff on it. So much, like, you handpicked the ingredients. You were very, very picky about that.
Yeah.
Even though we did it the morning of. Still. And I was gonna do an Italian also, but then I decided last minute to change it up. I had already spent like $30, $40 on stuff to make a sandwich. And then I'm like, nah, I'm gonna do this. And it was a grilled cheese sandwich with Asiago, provolone. I think there might have been Swiss on there. And then a thin layer of strawberry jam.
Yeah.
And it was so good. I had just started my health and wellness program, so I could only have a little square like that. But I could have easily eaten like 20 of those.
Yeah.
They were so good.
Yours was delicious too. I tried them all. I thought they were all
They
good.
were all good. Even
Except
Jim's.
Jim's was kind of bland.
No, Jim's was tall.
I was tall.
It was just like, I couldn't.
I was like, where's the mayonnaise? Where's the mustard? Where's all the stuff that's supposed to be
There's
on
all
here?
this German stuff.
Did you leave some stuff out here, Jim?
Old cops don't chase you. They shoot first and then ask questions later.
Yeah.
Dwayne Long says, unable to put socks on. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
That's a sign of being overweight. Sorry.
No.
You know, I had that issue. You know, I appreciate the little things now, like being able to put my foot up and tie my shoe
Yeah.
without having to do it from the side.
Yeah.
You know, you'll notice a person, like if you'll look on overweight people, you look down and their shoelaces are usually tied to the middle, like the loops are over towards the middle of to the inside of their shoe.
Yeah.
Because they have to tie it by putting their leg up like this and tying it.
Well, your hands and joints get a little bit sore later too.
Yeah.
So tying your shoes then, even if you can reach them, can be difficult.
You know, that's when Velcro is a plus.
Velcro, yeah.
Velcro, slip-on shoes.
Yeah.
Or you can get those elasticy laces that have the curly cues coming out of them. You just slide it on and then just pull it, and then they curl cue back and hold your shoes on. Maybe not as tight as you'd like. I wouldn't walk in them for very long.
I think I'll just keep tying them as long as I can until I can't do it anymore.
Good morning, Stacy Wedeking. Today we're talking about
But it can be
signs.
painful.
What are the signs of aging?
Good morning, Cheryl.
Is Cheryl on this morning?
Yep.
Good morning, Cheryl.
Good morning, Stacy. Thank you.
Bless her heart. She was up there at Northwest the other day, and it rained us out. We couldn't do
Right
it.
as soon as she got set up,
Yep.
unpacked the car, put it all up on stage, and
Let's see. So, what are some signs that you've experienced that make you say, "Oh, I'm aging"?
well, there's another one. The digits in your age.
Keep going up.
How about the current year is much further from the birth year.
Yeah, that's
That-
definitely.
You can't count the years. You have to go back and say, wait a minute. You count by tens.
Yeah.
So-
Right. Yeah, I got someone in 1980, so 80,
yeah.
2010, 20. Okay, yeah, all right. So I'm 41 years old. I'll be 42.
Yeah. Or you tell people the wrong age.
Steve Schultz says, oh, yeah. Steve Schultz says, just get a pair of cowboy boots. You don't have to tie them.
Yeah.
But you probably will need one of those big old boot shoes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. The
Or
blue horn.
Boot horn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what that's called?
The shoehorn. Yeah.
It's a shoehorn, but it's like this long.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it doubles as a back scratcher.
Mm.
Yeah. It's really good.
Ooh.
Um,
And you can scratch your heel if it's down there in your boot and you can't get to it.
This is pretty funny. The only groaning noises you make in bed now are because of your bad back or knees.
Yeah.
Um, number 7, car insurance seems to be a lot cheaper these days, but life insurance seems a lot more expensive.
Yeah.
Number 8.
You hear that, kids? Start your life insurance now so they can't raise your rate.
Here you go. Number 8. You now turn the lights off for economic rather than romantic reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just get
Funny.
flip-flops, Steve Schultz says. Yeah, but if you're working outside, you can't get flip-flops, Steve.
Well, some people do it well. I don't
Yeah.
know how, but they do.
I don't get it, you know. So, so I did a pre-show live broadcast this morning, and I was looking at myself. I'm like, man, my eyes look sleepy. I
Yeah.
slept really good last night.
You start telling your life story and it's rearranged in wrong order,
Yeah, yeah,
and you have to keep going back.
yeah, yeah.
You get so far in your life story, and then you're like, oh, but that's relevant because I left this part out. Let me tell you about that.
Yeah, let me tell you about whenever the printing press was invented. You know,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. You know, I
Mhm.
was around. You know, if you were born before like 1920, you were born before sliced bread. Or is it 2019? Something like that.
Yeah, they broke it back then.
Yeah, they
They
did.
broke the bread.
They broke it. They probably cut it too. But like,
I don't know. I don't
like-
think they had knives.
could you imagine? Man, I want a sandwich, but I don't want 2 whole loaves of bread. You don't think they had knives?
I don't think they had knives.
I think
back
they've had
then.
knives for quite some time.
No,
But, oh yeah.
come on.
Oh yeah. And
I remember when they first came out with knives.
Really.
Yeah,
I remember the Ginsu.
the Ginsu. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yep.
I probably
Can we
shouldn't
say
be-
that?
Yeah.
What
I
do
think
you
it's
got there.
it's a type of nut. Just heat peanuts.
Ugh.
They're a little hot. They're not
Wow.
hot at all. They got a little kick to them.
Still,
You've always had your shirts tucked in.
yeah,
I've never seen you with your
that
shirt
is not
tucked.
normal. That's not. Yeah, and I don't care what people think of it. I'm like, look, are we dating? Then it's really none of your business.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't see anything wrong. I don't see anything wrong with tucking your shirt in. Me personally, it's
I'm rude, ain't I?
no,
I just realized that was a pretty rude thing to say.
you're direct. There's a difference. Sharon Weiss says, we'll be right back. We're
Yeah,
not-
It's time, isn't it? No,
Not yet. Got 1 minute.
and it's ready. It's cued.
Good
The
going, Sharon. Mike,
commercial is
keeping us on track today. Steve Schultz says, and you can't remember the years. Laugh out loud.
Yeah.
Just get flip flops. Cheryl says, good morning, guys. We're glad to see you here, Cheryl. It's really awesome. Signs you're getting older. That's what we're talking about today. And here-
Chewing your food isn't as pleasant as it used to be.
I know.
That's another thing about aging. Yeah.
I remember things that entertained me like that thing on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was eating Rice Krispie treats the other day. Right? Soft, easy to chew.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Those ones weren't as soft and easy to chew as some of
They
them.
were so good.
They
though,
were delicious.
except for the pain.
Cocoa Krispies and Rice
Oh,
Krispies.
Some
treats.
with chocolate chips.
And then little Lego block. Like,
Oh yeah, the
Chewy
chewy.
things.
Yeah,
It's
and you could
awesome.
actually build with them.
yeah, absolutely.
Did anybody even try, or did they just go
I
straight
did.
to the?
Well, no, I mean,
mouth?
I stuck them together before I ate
Did
them.
you? Yeah. Yeah.
So we will be right back after these short messages.
Guess who cleans for less? Who? Me? No. Him.
How do we get back into the workforce?
I got you.
Who was that woman?
Oh yeah, and I forgot to tell you guys that CASA is being sponsored as far as the $100 this week. They're
Yeah, the like and share campaign.
yeah,
Help us be seen around the world.
yes.
Yeah,
And so far, I mean, we've had some folks from Pakistan,
and you could win $100.
I believe, has shared.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Steve Schultz says he still has his real teeth. And
Nice.
Stacy says when you look in the mirror and you see gray hair coming in at the age of 43, you think you are getting old, or you think you are aging. I've had these. This right here started as 3 grays, 3 little grays right there, and I didn't pluck them because I hear if you pluck gray hair, that 10 more will come in its place.
Shaving does too. You can see the line I've always shaved
Mhm.
because below it is more gray.
Yeah. And what the reason is because the chemical or the whatever chemical that your body produces to bleach that or get rid of the color pigment in that particular hair follicle spreads to the surrounding ones.
Yeah.
It's actually a clinically proven fact. Mine is falling out too, Steve, so don't feel bad. Sharon Weiss says, I know I'm getting older because I hate most people without guilt. I don't hate anybody. But I find myself getting more grumpy, and I'm only 41.
Yeah.
I'm 41 years old. Anyways, and that happens too. You're like, or you have to think about how old you are. If you forget like your age, am I going to be 41 or 42 this year? That's another sign.
Yeah. I think forgetting the stupid stuff you did in your youth too, like not understanding not having the grace to offer young people today because they're doing such stupid things.
Right.
You kind of forget,
Sharon says hate will come.
yeah, hate.
I don't think I'll ever
A
hate
lot of
anybody.
Oh, I don't know.
I've had a strong dislike of people before. I wouldn't
Oh,
consider
yes.
it hate.
That's a nicer way to say it.
Because hate is used too much, just like love is.
Yeah.
People are using it so lightly, and it's hate the sin, not the sinner.
Yep.
Now you can strongly dislike the sinner. You can still love them, meaning you wish what's best for them in the eternal
show
afterlife.
love.
Yeah, to
Yeah.
show love. Young people are idiots, Sharon says. No, don't sugarcoat it. Tell us how you really feel about it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
started to get gray hair. Stacy said I started to get gray hair at the age of 38 years old when I was married to my first husband. Now, I will say that I received my first grays when I was married to my first wife.
Hmm.
And then Dennis Everson says, what did you say? Speak up, Sonny.
Yeah.
And then Sharon says, you have 10 years.
They use old words in new ways. And
Yeah.
you say things and people are giggling and you're like, what did I say?
Right.
And it's because it means something else now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Like-
they know that you just don't get it.
Now I use new lingo from today for today's youth intentionally just to make them laugh because I know sounds
it's
weird
funny.
coming from a 40-year-old.
Yeah.
Like dummy thick. I used that word the other day, just being silly, and every 20-year-old around laughed. I was like, what? It's just weird hearing an old man say that.
And what is it? I've never even heard it.
Now, somebody's posting as Axe Media Group says, I enjoy looking better than I used to.
Right.
And then Steve Schultz says, you need to remember everyone. Oh, you need to remember everyone was young at one time. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, that's
true.
hard to do. And it's funny because I've found myself criticizing youth for doing stupid things. And then 1 minute later telling them and reminiscing about all the stupid things I did.
Yeah. Now, Larry Milton says, when you're old, you're older when you bend over to pick up your teeth and you can't find them without your glasses. That's like a double whammy there.
Yeah. There's something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
There's something aging about that.
Yeah. That's like the epitome of you're getting older.
Yeah.
Now, the ladies, we know you don't get older; you advance in years.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's scriptural right there.
Right there. Yeah.
You're getting old whenever your church becomes a dating site. Sharon says,
right.
That is true indeed, Stacy says. It's funny. We got a lot of good stuff going on here. Let me see what other stuff we got, what other signs we can find on the internet. You don't understand what young peanuts or what young peasants are talking about. Oh, top 10 signs you're middle-aged. I get it.
Huh?
Number one, you don't understand what the young peasants are talking about in the Middle Ages.
Right.
Those 10 telltale signs. You struggle to read Chaucer in weak candlelight.
Who said that?
You hate rowdy taverns.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You constantly worry that you might have the Black Death. These are diseases.
You
from the
are
Middle
getting
Ages.
old, Matt. You're getting there.
You don't know or care who Blondell is sleeping with. I don't know what that means.
I don't even know who Blondell is.
You tell your wife that Crusaders seem to look younger every year. You struggle with new technology such as a heavy plow and longbow. You find Gothic architecture too modern.
Oh, right.
You keep forgetting who the king is. And you dream of buying a second hovel in France. Middle Ages.
Yeah.
Top 10 signs you're middle-aged.
Yeah.
That was actually kind of funny.
That was very funny. Yeah.
You can't flirt your way out of a ticket.
Yeah. Well, that never worked for me anyway.
Yeah. Didn't work for me either. Is there anything you can do, officer? No, but you can stop looking at me like that and winking.
Yeah.
When people say I'm getting old and
take you to jail,
I don't listen to them. I just turn my hearing aid off and hit them with my cane, crush their toes with my rocking chair, and squirt my hot water bottle at them, and a little Bengay on the eyes will slow them down. That's Dennis Everson on there. He's
he's
old.
a vicious old man, isn't he?
You know you're old whenever lighting makes a difference for you. Yeah. So yeah, this is good stuff, man. Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming in those comments.
When you don't have a best side anymore.
Yeah, when you don't have a best side. And you can always tell, like when you're looking at people on like their Facebook posts and stuff like that, you can tell what side that they think is best.
Yeah, I never really got that anyway.
Because in every single picture of them, they're like the same side.
Yeah. I always like both sides of people.
Yeah,
I don't get
it's
that.
like right, left, front, back. It's all,
It's like you're gorgeous.
Collective
You're
side.
gorgeous.
Casa, Andrea Cockcroft says.
Casa. Yeah.
Yep. Check out Casa. It's because of them that we are able to give the $100 away this week for whoever shares the most.
Yeah, if somebody could put the website up there, you can check them out. They got, I think, a coffee thing coming up where they're recruiting volunteers. You don't have to volunteer, but you can go and check it out. And what better way to serve God than to serve the orphans?
Yes. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do.
Represent them in court.
Yeah.
Make sure they have somebody looking out for them.
Yeah. Now there's a really cool motorcycle group.
There's a bunch of really cool
BACA,
motorcycle groups.
Bikers Against Child Abuse.
Yeah.
And they are not to be trifled with.
No, they're not. They take it personally.
They do take it personal. It's really awesome. That's just one of those things where, a child is going through court because they've been abused. These bikers show up in force.
Yes, and usually the leader is very not intimidated.
Yeah, but quite the opposite. Intimidating.
Not on purpose either. It's just a character trait.
Yes. That's like they do. They also have a group that does that and goes around and rescues dogs.
They are not afraid of you. They
Nope.
have already decided in their own mind how this is going to go, and they're going to see it through
Mhm.
to that same conclusion they have in their head.
Yep.
And that's a pretty cool thing.
Yeah, it is. So you too can get your chance at $100 by sharing these videos, and the person by the end of the week who shares the most will receive $100. We're going to be doing
$100.
that about every week. We're going to be doing that
That's
every
the end
week
of this
through the
week?
summer.
How do we announce the winner, or do we?
We will figure out who it is and then announce them.
That's pretty cool.
So, real quick, we will be right back after these messages. All right, we're back. Johnny Rooster says beards look better in gray. And Sharon White says, I like my biker friends. I'll be right up there. Well, you and I will be rolling up here to the office on motorcycles.
Pretty soon.
Yep. So next
So
time,
I'm not
next
gonna
time
ride
there's
mine for a little while.
next time. Oh, you're gonna save your back.
Yeah, it's been really. My legs were a little wobbly on the way home yesterday,
Mm.
and in traffic, that's kind of a scary prospect.
Yeah.
You don't want to lay your bike down in traffic when it's like 5 o'clock on your way from Nixa.
Yeah.
No,
No.
you don't want to just stop at a stoplight and just put it down on the ground and walk away,
Yeah.
or crawl away.
People might look bad at you.
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, they'll help you get it off the road, I'm sure.
You know your meds aren't working when you go to get on your bike and you can't find it.
What were we talking about again?
Old age. What?
Huh?
Sorry?
What'd you say?
Pardon? Where am I?
Where'd I put that?
What?
What am I looking for?
Who
I
are
don't even know what I'm wondering where I
what?
put.
Who? What? I'm sorry. What did you say? I can't remember.
It's not important.
Yeah, it must not have been important.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you walk out to the car and you get in and you turn it on and then you turn it back off. And then you walk back in because you just realized what it was.
I'm just looking for like the Cat in the Hat on aging. I probably won't read that on there.
Oh.
It's like, I cannot see, I cannot pee, I cannot chew, I cannot screw. Oh my Lord, what can I do? My memory stinks. My memory shrinks. My hearing stinks. No sense of smell. I look like, well, my mood is bad. Can you tell? My body's drooping. Have trouble pooping. The golden years have come at last. The golden years can kiss my butt.
It's like that rhyme. It's almost rhymes.
Almost rhymes.
You know,
I
if
just
you had a
confused it.
thesaurus, you could probably clean that up a little.
Yeah. Yeah. I that was,
We're going to get a thesaurus out here.
yeah.
So it might not be appropriate.
It's a thesaurus Rex.
Yeah.
Love that poem, Sharon says. When your plastic surgery needs factor in how you're going to look in the old folks' home. Okay. Well, when your plastic surgeon needs to factor in how you're going to look in the old folks' home. Gotcha. Who are you? Laugh out loud.
Yeah.
So I think this has been a pretty good show so far today.
That's fun.
We haven't really added much to it. Scripture of the day, real fast, because I know Larry's going to ask it. Habakkuk 3:19. The Lord God is my strength. He will make my feet like the deer's feet, and he will make me walk on my high heels, not high heels, to the chief musician with my stringed instruments. That's Habakkuk 3:19. Oh, interesting there. You know you're old if you own a thesaurus.
Yeah.
How many thesauruses
Hey.
do you own, Dennis? You own quite a few, I'm
Dennis?
sure.
What's your point, Dennis?
What's your point?
What are you trying to say?
Who's speaking?
Yeah.
That's like that
Who
old
is
lady.
this Dennis of
that-
which you speak?
90-year-old woman called her 90-year-old husband, said, "You old fool, you done got me pregnant." And he says, "Who's speaking?"
Oh boy.
Those who sow in tears shall reap with shouts of joy. That's Psalm 126, verse 5, ESV. Good scripture. That's what. God is old and we like him.
Who said that?
That would be Sharon White. Sharon White said that.
Well said, Sharon.
Yep. God is old and we like him.
Yes, ageless though. Ageless at the same time.
Yep. Unlike us. We're not ageless.
No.
Yesterday he said, "Yeah, Matt, you're the youngest person here." And I was like, "What?" I feel like a kid again.
Yeah. Except without the feeling of kids.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, like yesterday, the only joints I roll nowadays are my ankles.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Well, I rolled my ankle at church the other day.
Remember to use discretion
Yes.
when watching with your children,
Yes.
as
Yeah.
some of the content on this show may not be suitable.
Use your discretion. Be there to explain to them.
What other kind of joints you can roll? Well, they probably know.
Except VMix from Old Man. Okay, that's Andrea Rooster talking about. So I need to figure that out.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Old Men and VMix.
I'm not really sure what that means.
I'm not either.
Maybe we're not old enough.
The ideal woman age is above 45. Hey, I think women are beautiful.
What, women who are above 45?
Yeah.
Right.
I just wanted to make an awkward silence. Did
So
that
did
work
I.
well?
I was just saying that to be nasty.
Kind of like that one day whenever Steve O'Mickey Mac was here and he was like, "So did you have a good weekend?" No, I didn't.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry.
And then there was like this awkward silence.
I need a better filter. I
Oh,
definitely
man.
need a better filter.
That's part of your charm, Jay.
You were thinking it, though. You were thinking it.
That is part of your charm.
No, there's not a lot of charm. Yeah, see, I have so little charm that my foulness is is part of my charm. That's pretty bad. That's like,
We'll call it the Bronze Age.
yeah.
So
Right.
yeah, it's today. Today we've had a lot of fun talking about the stuff we need, or the stuff that we have that we do that we. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out what Andrea is saying. Jay, you're funny, Cheryl says. Well, it's already too late for us to answer that VMix call from Johnny Rooster.
Oh, is that what that was about?
I think so.
I didn't even know. I don't have it up here to see it.
So we might get him on there.
We didn't have one planned. so.
We might get him on there for the learning curve coming up next, followed by a classic episode of something because we're going to be filling up some stuff for 2 weeks, and then we're going to have It's Your Call sports show.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
So be sure you like and you share these for your chance to win $100 from Casa.
Casa.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Well, I'm glad. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Let me see how I say this. I'd like to thank you for joining us this morning on the Morning Drive. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. So be sure and tune in next for the learning curve to see what we're going to do next. Until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt,
My name is Jay.
and this has been
The
Morning Drive.
We're early.